And we back. We back, traders. Good afternoon. We back. It's 12. Big apologies for the one at 9:30, guys. We had a bit of a glitch there, but we did come back for a couple of maybe 1 or 2 minutes or so. But we were at the end of the stream anyway. But big once again, big apologies for that. We went so well for the entire stream, and right at the end, we had a bit of a glitch. But we back. And it's good to be with you here, guys. Lots of info we'll be discussing here. Remember, it's information, guys. Let's not construe that as advice in any way. So let's see who's back with us here. Brett, I see you, my friend. AV Trader, 99, I see you. Sammy, I see you. Tanya, I see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Guys, well, what do you think? What's happening? We back. The lovely Tandi's with me. Sia's with me. Guys, all the info is given to you there by Tandi right there. If you'd like to sign up, you'd like to open up that account, you can visit our official website. She's made great means for us to have it in there. You can obviously reach out to our support team as well there at care@tdmarkets.com. But guys, let's wait for some of the slow pokes to come online. Let's see who is joining us here. Yeah. Also, don't forget the TDM Academy is right there. Beautiful, beautiful. I see. Hold on. Let's see. Is it? I'll just say. I don't wanna butcher this one either, right? I'll just say 6631. I'll say 6631. I think that should do justice. 6631. Let's wait for some of the other guys to come online as well. Good afternoon. 6631. I haven't seen this one before. I haven't seen you online before. Welcome. It's the first time I'm seeing. Welcome to the best place, a good place for you to be. You've come to the right community. All right. I'm Ashley Reeve. If there's anyone else here that's joining 6631 for the first time, I'm Ashley Reeve, and it's good to be with you here. It's the 3rd of August, guys. We're pushing very nicely here. We're pushing. There we go. Thanks, Brett. Let's welcome 6631. Merrill, I see you on there as well. Wonderful. We just another minute or so, guys. Just another minute or so, and then we're gonna get cracking. I know we've seen a bit of movement already, and it's looking lekker. It's looking lekker so far. I'll let you know what I got into. Let's just give it another minute or so. All right. And then once again to all the guys, I mean, we were streaming quite nicely there in our first session. Right at the end, maybe a minute just before we closed, we had a bit of a glitch there. But yeah, all right. I'm seeing there, Monkeys are FX. Just so now you guys are live. There we go. Yes, welcome. We are live every day, Monday to Friday. You got it right there. Yeah, like the stream. There we go, Merrill. That's it. All right, are you guys ready? Let me know. Are you guys ready? So, guys, obviously, we know that there are obviously a lot of takeaways that we want to deal with as we do go along. There's obviously some major themes this week that we want to make sure we get the guys to understand. Let's maybe just quickly deal with that. Number one, U.S. non-farm payrolls. That's this week. All right, that's Friday. We also have the labor market data. A lot of strong Australian economic data. We have some China trade data you can look at. We have some China manufacturing updates that you also want to look at. And, maybe from a takeaway perspective, guys, Japan's intervention is one of the big things that weaken the US dollar, strengthen the yen. Number two, the US-Iran peace talks lower those oil prices, all right, and improve the market sentiment. But again, we were there, this morning, and we said we've been here before. And then obviously, like I said, traders are waiting for Friday, all right, and that could determine whether the Federal Reserve raises those interest rates in September. We do have a more than 60% chance of that happening, all right. So right now, we're going to get into some of the places that we had chatted about earlier on this morning. Let's start off with the oil price, guys. All right, now you can clearly see we have broken and closed above the $83 a barrel. You can see it. Welcome, Monkey's IFX. Yeah, Brett. Yeah. And obviously, we anticipating price to continue further on. The gold price has not gone anywhere. All right, since our first meeting this morning, it has not gone anywhere. It's only pushed down a little bit with some rejection. So we get a bit of red candles there. Look at the language of the candles. So it's red, it's bearish, yes, but you're seeing a lot of rejection as well. So there's definitely that space that we spoke about, that 4165, that could become a reality here before we even have the non-farm payrolls. All right, it's possible. Remember, we're working off impulses here, guys. All right, impulse, pullback. We have another impulse, and this is another pullback. So this pullback is obviously showing us that price is either going to extend further, or we're going to create another impulse to the upside. So it's good when you can see the impulses, so you know how to work it. All right. So I've not touched gold. All right, just so you know, I've not touched gold at all. Salim, I see you there. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good to be with you. It's good to have you, Salim. Guys, let's welcome Salim as well. Let's just greet. It's always good. It's always good to show kindness. Yeah. All right. So I've not touched gold, guys. Excuse me, but I have touched USD JPY. I've touched USD JPY. I've gotten into USD JPY. Now, guys, I am very aware of the following, that price could come back a little bit. All right. But I'm watching it because this is what we're doing. All right. Now, price could come back first a little bit here. I'm anticipating 159. It's at 156. It's already gone past my area there. Now, the reason why I'm saying it could come back, because it's quite a distance for it to travel. All right. And it's going to need some support. So I'm anticipating price to come down. What I do not want, what I'm not looking for, let me tell you what I'm not looking for. I would not like price, or my limit is this area here. That's it. That is it. All right. Price should not push past that area. If price pushes past that area, to me, I am not entertaining the setup anymore. All right. Remember, I am watching this on the minute frames. I'm not looking at 6 hour or 8 hours here. I am watching it on the hourlies down, from the 1 hour down. That's what I'm doing. So do I anticipate price to come down? Yes, I do. But if price has to push past that low and create a brand new one, I will not stay in the USD JPY. There's obviously some support that is helping here. The oil price pushing up a little bit here, possible correction. If the gold comes down with the dollar strengthening here, then obviously the USD JPY still seems to be moving very nicely. All right, that's going to be important. The NAS 100 has given us that correction. There's the correction that I spoke to you guys about. Just before we finished off, I said, listen, let's watch. There's a correction that's possibly coming here. And we saw it because of this candle here. It was actually a much smaller candle, but this was the area that we saw. And look at the correction now. So I'm anticipating the NAS to come down. Yes, but that is the correction that we were referring to. Can you guys see that? That's the correction. So I'm actually happy that it happened. Now we're waiting to see. There could be another one here now, and then we come down. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this one. This might also only come through at 3:30 this afternoon, with all of us being here with the US Open, guys. Just so you know. All right. This is a 5-minute window, 5-minute time frame, and price may not even come through for us right now. This may be a US Open moment for us, where we have a beautiful move to the downside. So watch the NASDAQ today, guys. Watch the NAS today. Definitely a possible mover. Brett, you've been tracking it as well. Good. Guys, please let me take that specific statement there from Brett. Whatever we are looking at, please, if something stands out to you, make sure your MT5 is open. All right. Track it as we're going. Whatever you are seeing, whatever jumps out at you, and you're like, listen, this one looks good to me. Track it on your MT5, because when we come back, we actually talk about it. So the NAS 100, we're tracking it, guys. I'm waiting for one more proper commitment candle down below this black line here, 28,365. If I can get, even if it's a minute, I'm not worried, or 2 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful, big red fat candle beneath 28,365. For me, that's good enough. I have not seen one yet on the shorter time frames, on the smaller time frames. All right, there's the correction. I think it's okay for now where we are. All right, US 30. This was for Chichi earlier on, and I said 52,745. All right, I said that on the hour frame there is an impulse. So what we had looked at earlier on, we had initially thought, listen, this impulse might have run its course, and we were looking for the pullback, but it seems like there was obviously an extension, which is fine. All right, it's still part of the same impulse that just extended. And we are now then looking, there's a possibility, because now divergence has kicked in even stronger now at that high. So we are looking, all right, for a drop here. Now that drop on the US 30 and the NAS 100 could be coming at 3:30 today, guys. Just so we do know, with the futures edging up, investors are watching major company earnings, and they are watching Friday's non-farm jobs report. Better earnings and strong job data can move the markets. In particular, we're referring to these futures over here. That's important for us to understand, guys, all right? That there is a movement in before NFP, and there's a movement on NFP. Every single month it works like that. Every single one. Chichi, you're also tracking it. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Keep it right there. I'm with you on this one. Brett, I'm on the NAS as well. I want the NAS. I want the USD. I want both of them. I'm already in the USD JPY, but I said to you guys, I do think we're going to maybe perhaps just come down one more time over there. All right. And then for it not to cross that area. All right. So gold not touched. I touched USD JPY, did not touch NAS, did not touch the US 30 yet. I'm waiting for this one. All right. Euro USD. I still have not gotten into this one. You can see it's still above the 1.15136. And I'm still waiting for this one to react. I'm waiting for this one to commit before I jump into the Euro USD below the 1.15136. That's my zone there that I am looking for. That's what I'm looking for there. All right. But the GBP USD, I've touched this one. I touched this one whilst we were on the break there before we got onto the 12 o'clock session. I actually touched the GBP USD. It is well below my selling zone that I have put in place. And you can see there's my little red arrow. Now, guys, I have distributed lot sizes across different assets today. I did not just look at one specific asset. I'm looking at a few. So what I will do many times is, if I'm distributing lot sizes, I normally go for smaller lot sizes when I'm busy with different instruments. Okay, if I'm only trading, example, USD JPY, then I'll go in a little bit heavier with one asset. That's it. But if I'm looking at different opportunities, all right, I will only use smaller lot sizes to mitigate and to keep my risk pretty low. All right. I know there's a lot of guys, they may not necessarily do that. Some guys, they may go in heavy with all of their specific instruments. Now, guys, remember, we are unable to tell you, advise you, and say do this or do that, but we educate. Hence, I'm saying to you, uh, when I'm doing or trading multiple instruments, I keep my risk low. So that if I'm making a $30 on the one, I'm making $100 on the other, it is various instruments. I'll give you this. Look at the Euro NZD that I actually entered last week. It's only now, I've got two positions in there. The one is already in profits, and I'm waiting for the second one now. And I had to wait for this, guys. So this was the impulse to the downside. This is the correction. That's the pullback now. I'm in this pullback from last week. It crossed above my buy area here, and I had to wait. So I have, even in the GBP AUD, I'm actually in a short over here. AUD NZD, I'm also in a short over here. So I have cut across different assets, and that's the reason why I keep risk pretty low, so that I come out with more consistent profits when they do arise. All right. So GBP USD, I am in this one. I'm waiting for it now to go down to roughly the price level of 1.33873. All right. And if the dollar does strengthen, obviously, we're going to see the NAS come down nicely. We're going to see the USDT come down nicely. All right. We're going to see the USD JPY go up. And like I said to you, I've not touched gold yet, guys. Gold is still a bit funky for me on this Monday. So I'm going to wait and see how this one continues to progress and develop. But for now, I'm looking at a bit of not stronger, but a recovered dollar. I'll put it like that. All right. It's recovering a little bit here today. And that's what I'm looking for. All right. And two. Then traders, I also have the CAD JPY that I touched. CAD JPY, it seems like a lot of the yen pairs, they are now correcting from last week's fall. A lot of them are correcting now. And I actually thought to myself, you know what? Instead of me going into all of them by myself, I'm going to wait for now for our meeting for our 12 o'clock, and I'll be doing some analysis on them now. They all seem to be correcting at this point, and they all have a similar area that I am looking at. So, like with the USD JPY, you can see that this zone is going to be critical for me. I am in a buy here, and again, I'm waiting for that area. If price pushes below that zone, I will not stay in here. But for now, I am tracking it on the hourly frame, and you can clearly see that this is the impulse right here, that red one. That's the impulse, and I'm attempting to trade a pullback now. All right. So the blue line has not been developed yet. Hence, I'm saying to you, there could be a correction first, and then we go up. So if it comes all the way down and it pushes and closes, if an hourly frame, and I want you to listen to what I'm saying here. Let me just make sure everybody's tracking. Because I'm monitoring on an hour frame, I'm waiting for an hour close. Is everybody clear with that? Let me pause there. Did everybody get that? I am monitoring the structure on an hourly time frame. That means if a 15-minute closes beneath here, I'm not worried. If a 20-minute closes beneath here, I'm not worried. If a 6-minute closes beneath there, I'm not worried. Is everybody clear there, guys? Make sure you understand that. If an hour closes beneath there, then I know that this structure is affected, so I will not stay in there. That, at least what I just mentioned, is going to save a lot of accounts, because many guys, they're going to get out when the 6-minute, yes, but then let's say the 6-minute does this now. Watch this. 6-minute comes and closes beneath here, and then you get out. But it was a 6-minute. Then within that next hour, it rejects completely, closes above, and then the next hour we see the price starts going up. That is what we dealt with even last week and the week before. It looked like price was going to break, but it did not. It just went and corrected into the divergent state. Don't forget, whenever you are dealing with a zone of divergence, you are going to get candles that close beneath areas, but you got to know which specific time frame you are monitoring it on. Now, why am I choosing the hour? Because the hour is a stable time frame during the day that has 24 hours in it. Please make a note of that. An hourly candle up inside a day of 24 hours is a good candle to monitor. 5 minutes in a 24-hour span is small. It's short, so it does not mean as much as an hour. Once you get that, it's going to assist you greatly. So I'm leaving this at this point in time. I'm doing the same on the 1 hour on the USD JPY. All right, as long as the hour doesn't close beneath there, I am staying in for the buy. Let's now go to the NZD JPY, and you're going to see the same thing is happening over here. Firstly, what do we have? We have the impulse. This blue here is divergence. That just means there's buyers that have come into the market. All right, so there's divergence here. It's clear as daylight. All right, now I'm going to switch to a 15-minute. All right, and the reason why I'm switching to a 15-minute is because remember, on the 1 hour, that's where the impulse starts and it ends there. So if I show you why I'm going to a shorter time frame, I have to identify the impulse. Brett, this is based on your previous question. All right. Yes, Savage. No, an hour frame is I totally agree. I'll give you some love for that, Savage. I totally agree. Hour frame, brilliant time frame during an intraday session. Okay. So Brett, this goes back to your question earlier on. The impulse, that is what I'm working with. So I'm going to switch to a 15-minute, and you're going to see now, I'm not trying to trade the entire impulse. I am only trying to trade perhaps maybe half of that specific impulse. Do you see that? That's a very important point right there. And you can choose a 10-minute frame for that. It's all good. All right. From where price is now to perhaps the center. Oh no, this is beautiful, man. No. This is, guys, this is a wonderful setup. All right, this is a wonderful setup. And there's our 50. And that's it. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to go all the way up. In fact, what we're seeing now is price on this one is rejecting. Ooh, look at this. We've just gone above where price has the potential to push to the upside. So now watch this. I'm about to show you something very important here. Watch this. All right, watch this. I'm going to switch to the hour, and then look where this one is. Look where that one is. And so these three levels, watch them carefully. I'm going to go to the hour, and look what I'm trying to trade. See, that's the impulse. It started there, and it ended there. I'm only trying to take it from here to here. That's 121 pips. That's it. I'm not trying to trade all the way to the upside. Do you see that? Now, what price has done here is you can clearly see there is a lot of divergence. Do you see that? Lots of divergence. But this is also a big area of rejection. So hence I'm saying to you, I anticipate the yen to strengthen a little bit possibly, but I do see it going back to correct. And what am I trading? I'm trading that as part of the correction. And that's it. That's 120 pips. That's enough. Guys, now remember, if you can get into this mindset of doing this every day, you're not trying to trade through big zones. You just trading, you scalping, or you're doing some intraday trading. Obviously, there's swing trading that's different. Like example, I am swinging AUD NZD. I'm swinging this one from that side down. So the distance of exchange rate, the price is going to be different. That's 1.20, that's 1.15. There's a big difference between the two, all right? Over 400 pips. So this year, I'm not even looking or worrying about this. I leave it as is. Are we together? So here, I'm not looking at impulses here. Here, I'm looking at structure. Ooh, I think that was a good thing there. Please make a note of that. Did you guys get that? Here, we're looking at structure, swinging it from the high of the structure to this area of the structure. But if I'm trading intraday, I'm not trading from that structure down. I'm trading impulses. Ooh, write that down. Make sure you write that down. Is it only Sir Kotlang and Brett that's with me? Where's the rest of the guys? Where's the rest? Let me see. I'm going to wait for all the slow pokes. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Just say yes. Say I got it. Say it noted. Say something. Let me see. Let me see. Quickly, guys. Quickly, 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 quickly. I'm waiting for all of the slow pokes. I'm waiting for all of the slow pokes. So here I'm trading the impulse within a structure, but when I'm swinging, I'm trading the structure. All right. Same with Euro JPY here. Impulse to the downside. I'm not looking to trade the entire impulse. I just want to cut out a portion of it. I'm just cutting out a portion of it. So let's go. So hold on, Ash, hold on, hold your horses, Ash. So USD JPY, look at that. We're still there. All right. NAS, look. Brett, you see this? US 30, not yet, Shaky. Euro USD, not yet. GBP USD, not yet. CAD JPY still there. So NAS is looking lacquer. Look at this, guys. Look at NAS. Coming back. All right. Okay, so let's go. NZD JPY is done. I'm waiting for 92.474. Let's go Euro JPY now. By the way, guys, we caught all of this when it came down. There are some areas that we obviously left out because price really pushed down. But we saw this one coming before. All right, we spoke about that drop a week and a half ago already. All right, so here we go. The impulse I'm looking for, don't forget, this is the impulse. I'm intraday trading. I'm scalping. All right, you can see it right there. And so here we go. Price could just come down. So you see, guys, I'm pretty certain that price is going to come down to 179. Okay, because we've already gone above very nicely. All right, so let's go. Once again, I'm not trying to trade the entire impulse. I'm trading a 10-minute, a 5-minute out of that impulse. All right, this one looks nice. Right here, yes. Can even go up until there, but let me exercise restraint in real time with everybody. This is where the divergence started. I'm giving away, or I'm sharing something very important with you. Where the divergence started, price many times goes and retests that same area. So we are already up at the 50. I'm looking for the 100 right there. So wherever divergence starts, price generally goes and retests the same area. Make a note of that one. Net is approaching the level. Yes. Let's go there. So here we're also waiting for it, guys. Let me take this off so you know. Hold on. We're also waiting for it to push up further. 182. All right. NAS 100, guys. I'm going to go to it now. 182.695. Right there. All right. Let's go to NAS. Let's see what's happening. So NAS, I'm going to be waiting for, do you see this area? I'm not going to use this blue anymore because we're already bearish. I want the continuation. Let me quickly say it in this way. So with the moment price broke and closed beneath my blue area, it was already bearish to me. But because it did that, I mentioned to you there's a correction, right? So what I'm looking for now is the continuation of my break here. I'll say it again. I'm waiting for the continuation candle now of my break that happened just before the correction. Just before the correction. That is what I'm looking for. I'll say it one more time. This black line represents the last low, which is also the area that I anticipate a continuation to the downside from the previous break. So we're waiting. It's at 28,386 where it broke down, and I'm waiting for the black line. It's not ready yet, my people. It's not ready yet. Okay. So we have CAD JPY, we have NZD JPY, and just look at that. Look how it's pushing to the downside. Like I said to you, I really think we're first gonna go down. All right, look at that. I think we're first gonna go down, guys. All right, let's go CHF JPY. Actually, you know what? Let me leave out CHF for now. CHF, it takes pretty long. All right, AUD JPY. Let's go. AUD JPY. We're here now. AUD JPY. AUD JPY. Once again, impulse. That's the impulse. Look, I'm highlighting it. And I'm looking for minute frames here. I'm looking for minute frames. This was the start of the divergence. All right. Now, other guys would have taken that area there because that's also where divergence was. I'm taking it here because I'm trying to show you the consistency that you need to get, guys. It's about consistency here. All right. The 100. This one's not ready yet. This one, this one is, hold on. Let's do this. This one, we should have right there. Yeah, there's still some downside coming here. And if I do that, I'm only trading that part of the impulse. You see that? I'm only trading that part of the impulse. From there to there is about 117 pips. It's quite a bit. It's very nice. All right, so all of them are looking the same. USD JPY, okay, NAS, still rejecting there. Watch this very carefully, monkey. Look at that. Yeah, they're all looking the same, guys. Let's do GBP Yen now. Let's do GBP Yen now because we're doing all of them. All right, you as well. You as well. It's now 1234. Here's the impulse. Remember, we saw something similar here. Look. See that impulse there in the beginning? Right there. And look, we went up. Look. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to be too much. We're not trying to do too much, guys. Divergence started right here. You can see the divergence. This one's also gone up. Yeah, there's a correction coming here, guys. There's a correction coming here. Okay, black. There. And then over there. All I'm trading. There's it. 213. 213.423. There we go. All of them look the same, guys. All right. All of them looking the same. Dr. Ahmad, I see you there. All of them looking the same, guys. Man, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, you can trade this on a minute frame. Just remember, on the minutes, you're going to get a whole lot more of this. All right. That's a minute now. You're going to get a whole lot of this here. A lot of impulse. Correct. Impulse. Look at that. You see that? Hold on. Let's just see. Okay. Let me loop back. We got oil, the oil markets. We're still at the same place. Gold still at the same place. The USD JPY has created a new impulse. So there's obviously I think we're going to come down. Yep. I think we're going to come down. It's 37 pips. All right. So guys, remember I'm trading this on an hour, right? Let me quickly dissect the 5-minute structure here, this area. I'm going to dissect the 5-minute structure. Here we go. 5 minutes. Yeah. See the 5 minutes. This is where we could come to. Down there. 156. Yeah, peeps. Yeah, no, look, I think I'm pushing on the right. I'm pushing on the right buttons here. Do you see this impulse here? See that impulse? You see that? Yeah, no, guys, I'm pushing on the right buttons here. Here we go. That's 2 minutes, right? Watch. 50, 100. I'm pushing on the right buttons here, guys. And yeah, I'm pushing on the right buttons. Correction. Right here. So watch now. 156, 540. All right, 156, 140. And if I go to the 5 minute, do you see? I'm only, look at that, exactly on that area there. Look at that, 156, exactly on that zone. It's not the whole impulse. It's just correcting till there. We're already below. I see the correction here. If we drop down below 150, then this is now commitment. So right now, it's in the sell zone. If it drops below 156.834, this black line, commitment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one, and we'll use this as a barometer, as, from a correlation perspective. I'm already in a buy, but I said to you that we could be coming down. So I'm going to put it next to my buy. All right, next to my buy, and I'll make it a different color. It's 156. Is it 540? Let's see, am I right? Yeah, 540. So let's see now if it comes down to the zone. Look, that's where I anticipate, right there. So let's see. Let's see. NAS still waiting. USD JPY. Remember, guys, I'm already in a long here. If the correction comes, 156.540 as the area, but we'll see what happens as we do go along. All right. So let's quickly loop back. So USD JPY, we're waiting. NAS, we're waiting. USD, we're waiting. Euro USD, I'm waiting for 1.15. GBP USD, I'm already in here. I'm already in there. CAD JPY, I'm already in here. I'm not in the NZD JPY. I'm not in this one. I'm going to wait for another break above the 181. Then I'll get in. AUD JPY, it has broken past my zone there, but I'm not in yet. I'll wait for 110. GBP Yen, I'm waiting for 211.45. That's going to be a beautiful move as well there. Oh, that's a nice move. Beautiful move. I'm just waiting for 211. Let me just write it here so that you guys can see what I'm looking for. So, because remember, guys, I'm going to see you at 3 again. So 211. I'm seeing you at 3 again. So you know what I'm looking for before 3 o'clock comes. And then BTC, I'm not in there. I said I'm going to leave the CHF JPY for now. There was also the NZD USD I wanted to check. Let's go. NZD USD. But just before I do that, sorry. Before I do NZD USD, remember from a 1 hour perspective, you see that? It's coming down. And look where we are. We are already very close to this area. So if you take a fib and you do this, that's how you can tell. Because we're down on the 61, the 1 hour, this one, it means that there is a larger impulse that we're dealing with here. I'll say that again. I hope you guys are catching what I'm saying there. I hope you guys are catching what I'm actually saying. I'm saying to you that because prices already come down below 61, it simply means this move is actually pulling back from a larger impulse that you find on a higher time frame. So watch. When I go to a 2 hour, nope, it's not that one because it's also below 61. There we go. It's a 3 hour. You see that? So the 3 hour, we're actually dealing with this impulse now. Do you guys see that? Is everybody tracking there? Let me just pause and make sure everybody's tracking with me. Guys, we're giving away gems here. We're dealing with this impulse. It's not with this one. If we were going to trade this down, it means it was a 15-minute impulse. See that? Because we've already come down. This is a 3 hour impulse that we're dealing with right over here. All right. AV, I'll say it again. Remember, every time frame has an impulse you're looking for. All right. The hourly frame, there's a double impulse here. So when you look at it from this area to that area, the pullback already happened there for this impulse on the hour. A new impulse came and a pullback also happened on the hour. So both of these have the impulse and the pullback. Every impulse has a pullback. Every impulse has a pullback or a correction. All right. So because on the hour, there's already an impulse, pullback, it means this is actually a much higher time frame move, which is when I go to my 2 hour, you can still see it. Impulse, pullback. Impulse, this is the pullback that's happening. But when I go to the 3 hour, there's only one there. So there has to be a pullback coming. So we're anticipating this one now to be the trade. But I mean, look, this has already moved quite a bit already. So let's see where we at. All right, this is the impulse that we're trading. Let's see where we at with it. It is bearish. We're not wrong in terms of looking for something here. There is divergence. This is the impulse. All right. And yeah, this is, guys, this is definitely it. So if I do this, now you know, hold on, let's get this black. There. Over there. And what we've not done is, you see, we've not come down yet. So we need to break this area. This zone we need to break. So if I go back to my 3 hour, for us to go further down for the pullback, we need to break through that zone first. We're still far from it. We're still far from it over there. Got it. There we go. Beautiful, AV. So this is what we need. We needed to break it, then we come down. All right, then we come down. All right, so we'll wait for this one as well. Let's quickly loop back, guys. We got about 3 minutes or so. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, oil price, nothing yet. Gold, still coming down a little bit here. This is good for our trades, guys, if we want to do. USD JPY, we above now. Look at that. All right, so remember, we still sitting here. We've not moved away. There is still a pullback here that can come. All right, this can just expand. This is nothing. This can just extend. Boom, 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 down till there. So this can literally become red up until there. Don't let that small little guy there fool you. All right, still a lot of space here. All right, then USD JPY, which is the pullback that I said. Remember, I had two. I had the 1 hour look, which is this one here. That's what we're looking for. But I said to you, I'll use this one as a barometer or metric or whatever we want to call it to show that there might be a pullback coming. Then NAS 100. Looks like there's a setup coming here. All right, monkeys are. Do you see that? Looks like it's setting up nicely now. Look at that. Looks like it's setting up very nicely for it to drop. And guys, just so you know, I'm waiting for a minute here. I'm waiting for a fat red candle beneath 28,365.03. A big red fat candle. Let me take this one off so that you don't get confused. 28,365. If I can get a big one, something like that, but it should be beneath. Something like this. If I can get a nice candle like this, like that, or like this, any massive red candle that I'm highlighting now, like that, beneath 28,365, that's it for me. I got it. Then I got it. And that's a minute frame, guys. I'm not even messing. You guys know we don't mess around. You know, minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. We trade any time frame. We can trade monthlies. We can trade weeklies. We can trade dailies. We can trade minutes. It doesn't matter to us at TD Academy. All right. Monkeys are must wait for the okay. So again, retests. See, that is that's a methodology. All right, that's a methodology. It's the same like if you're trading Elliott Wave, if you're trading pivot points, if you're trading fair value gaps, if you're trading, those are all methods, how you trade the structure. To us here, we couldn't care less about retests and stuff like that, okay? We trade market structure. Within market structure, there's a retest. So you have a choice now, all right? It's a very good question, though, and that's the reason why I'm clarifying. Yes, because it's a very good question. If If your method is to wait for the retest in the structure, that's your method. There's nothing wrong with that. You can wait for the retest. As long as that retest, remember, for me now, this was a retest. We came down, we broke, and it retested that previous area, but I didn't get in. You see, so that's important. Price came, broke, retested the same area it came from. I did not sell. I would like commitment. What commitment are you referring to, Ashley? Market structure commitment. That the place it broke, I need commitment from the sellers that it will break again. That is what I'm looking for. You see, so it's important. That's why I can trade the 1 minute. Yes, monkeys are. That's why I can trade the minute frame, because my criteria in the market structure is a little bit, I'll put inverted commas, they're different. Okay. All right. So I'm going to wait for that. Then we got the US 30. That's for Chi there. Lots of divergence there. It's looking good. I think it's looking good. I think we're really going to push down nicely here. We just got to wait for that 52,000. All right. And then the Euro USD. Look at that. 1.15136. GBP USD. I'm still waiting for it to drop here. CAD JPY. Nothing yet, guys. I'm already in a long there. There's my limit. 1 hour. That's my limit. NZD JPY, I'm not in. Euro JPY, I'm not in yet. AUD JPY, I'm not in yet. With the yen, the GBP yen, I'm waiting for 211.458. And then NZD USD, I'm waiting for 0.58 cents, US cents, okay, guys, to the New Zealand Kiwi. Sorry, my mistake. That's my mistake. It's my mistake. Hold on. 0.58 428. There we go. All right. So, guys, it's our first day in. We're doing well. There is a lot to look at. There's a lot to look at. We'll touch on some crypto, some more crypto later on. I got my Euro NZD doing wonderful now. It's doing very nice. I'm approaching my second entry there now, waiting to go to the top. I have the GBP AUD retracing a little bit there, but I'm swinging this one. The USD ZAR, just so you guys know, it's back at the 1630 levels where we were the last time. Let's see if we go down to the 1629. It's absolutely possible. It obviously had a bit of a derailed, or it was derailed, but we're back again now. So let's see how it pans out, guys. But we're looking good for our first day into the week. Just so you do know, also just from a fundamental perspective, guys, there's nothing really crazy apart from the PMI manufacturing that's coming out at 4 p.m. today for the US dollar. All right, that's happening today. So we'll see what happens with the markets, before that does happen. We will be here for the US Open, so it's going to be good. All right, guys, I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Make sure you're here. Don't be late. We're watching it very carefully. We know that NAS, we're just waiting for NAS. We're waiting for USD JPY. Once again, there's that correction. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at this. So everybody that's here, we know that we are all at the right place. We are all at the right place. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock, all right? I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Watch the UJ. There's that correction like I spoke to you about. We just need to fill it up now. There, it's coming down now. Look. Look at that. That means all the other guys will also be there. All of them, look at that, are doing the same thing. Ah, mooi man. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I'll see you guys soon. All right. Ciao, ciao, guys. 3 o'clock. Bye bye.